What's up, YouTube? Coach Marcus back here with HNSA. We have a good one for you today. Kind of continuing to go down the ladder of being able to use contact and how to combat that contact from the defense as an offensive player. So today we're going to be talking about hip swiveling the correct way. All right, hip swiveling is pretty popular, but there are ways to do it and ways not to do it. So we're going to talk about it here. Yes, class is in session. All right, we're here in the live session. This is about hip swiveling correctly. So here's how this is gonna work. We're gonna do a hip swivel drill with contact. So Mark, come on, step up, give me your ball. All right, here's how it's gonna work, similar to what we've done before. You're now gonna start defensive stance in front of him, shedding him to his right. You're gonna start with your hand on his inside hip, it's perfect. All right, so hip swivels, this is how they work. When you hip swivel, I want you to take one dribble step. When you swivel, remember, your toe should move outwards. So I'm gonna pull my hip away from the defender. What we're gonna really work on is not just the swivel, but it's swiping also. So make sure when you swivel that that hand swipes at the same time. Very important. Let's not kill each other, okay? So defense, you can take your hand off as he's swiping so you don't happen to get your arm hit. That makes sense to everybody what I'm saying? All right? But offensive player, please make sure you swivel and swipe. We're gonna do it on the first dribble step. So you'll start in pivot, triple threat, sit down, perfect. As soon as he takes that dribble step, he's gonna swivel and swipe. Obviously that'll change pace. Yep, and then you'll go finish. Perfect, just like that. It's gonna reset it and go. We'll go offense to defense. We can go quickly. Go. Good. Good, offense, defense. Chicken, wanna go. Yep. Good. Swivel and swipe. Make sure that foot, turn your toe, Faye. You're up, baby. On defense, please. I got your ball. Good. Good, Jacob, you're up. Swivel and swipe. Good. Good, Marcus, go Faye. Quick. Right. Oh, sorry. Good. Good, one more, Mark, you're up. Jacob, go, Marcus. Go. Good, all right, perfect. All right, so we're back here from the live session. As you saw, hip swivels, okay? So it's pretty easy. When you're dribbling, right, typically I encourage a lot of players to hip swivel first because it adds a change of pace to your downhill drive. So it doesn't matter if you're doing it on the first dribble step or the second dribble step, but as soon as the defense attaches to your hip swiveling is a great tactic to use, all right? So let's get to the first dub. Now here we're talking about what? All right, I've already said this is a hip swivel, all right? The difference is it's not just a hip swivel, we're hip swiveling the correct way, which we're gonna get into now. So not only when you hip swivel, you also have to use your offhand. Again, we've been talking about this the last 2 or 3 videos. Basketball is a contact sport. As soon as the defense attaches to my hip, not only do I want to swivel and get them off of my hip, I must add the swipe. Swiping is the next level. Swiping is what makes your hip swivel done correctly. You can't just swivel and expect the defense to slide off your hip. That's not how it always works. Physical defenders are going to take a little bit more, so you must swipe and swivel. Where does this happen? This happens pretty much anywhere. Perimeter, it can happen mid-post. It can happen on a face-up. But basically, the biggest thing you want to remember is it happens when you have at least 1 or 2 dribble steps. So we'll say anytime you're driving to the basket, all right? When? So you're gonna do this when you hip swivel. You hip swivel when you dribble step. So here's how we'll say it. We'll say, when I dribble step and swivel, that's when I add my offhand. All right, so that comes, it should be pretty much done at the same time as we've shown in the live session. Again, hip swivels aren't new. They're not crazy difficult. It's just understanding that it's not just the swivel, it's the swipe as well. Why? Why do you want to do this correctly? Gives you 2 options against the D. So now not only are you using your body to kind of create an advantage, you're also using your offhand to make sure that that swivel is going to be successful. All right, that wraps up our 4 dubs for today. I hope the live session kind of helped you. Try to get out there and work on this. This is a great way to add pace and also to eliminate the defender from being attached to your hip when you're driving. All right? Get to work, and of course, we'll be back with another video.